Hi, welcome to the Township of Howell Energy Aggregation Educational Video, brought to you by Commercial Utility Consultants Incorporated. CUC was founded in 1975, and we have worked with over 10,000 clients, saving them over $2 billion on their energy costs. CUC utilizes an energy auction platform as well as a New Jersey municipal aggregation tracking platform specifically designed for aggregation programs. What is energy deregulation? Energy deregulation is the separation of distribution and supply. New Jersey has been deregulated since 1999, and since then, only 18% of the residential customer base has switched to a third-party supplier that they have chosen. As illustrated in the picture below, before 1999, JCP&L would generate electricity and bill for the supply and distribution portion of your bill. After 1999, JCP&L is only responsible for the distribution of your electricity. JCP&L must purchase electricity from third-party electric suppliers. When JCP&L sends you a bill, they will bill you with the distribution and supply portion of your bill and remit the supply portion to the suppliers who generated the electricity. In order to make up your JCP&L default rate, the Board of Public Utilities runs a statewide auction. They make up the basic generation service portion of your bill, which is also known as the supply portion. The last BPU auction for JCP&L was in February 2014. Here's a look at some of the suppliers who make up the current default rate: BP Energy Company, Exelon Generation Company, and TransCanada Power Marketing, to name a few. Currently, the JCP&L price to compare is 0.10246 per kilowatt hour. What is government energy aggregation, also known as GEA? The GEA Act of 2003 was passed, allowing municipalities to aggregate their load and compete against the default rate provided by JCP&L. In 2012, NJAC Title 14 was passed, allowing municipalities to aggregate the residential customers to compete for a cheaper price to compare versus the JCP&L default rate. The Township of Howell adopted their GEA ordinance on October 16, 2013. All bid documents and agreements are sent to the BPU and Rate Council for review prior to the energy auction. The DCA, or Department of Community Affairs, has oversight on the auction process. Here's a look at the Township of Howell's auction results. The Township of Howell competed against the BPU's Basic Generation Service default rate. The auction was held on May 20, 2014. The winning supplier was Tri-Eagle Energy, and the winning rate was 0.09709 per kilowatt hour, and the contract term is from September 2014 through December 2015. If you are a resident, you may opt out using the following methods. You may mail the opt-out form to CUC at 430 Clements Bridge Road, Barrington, New Jersey 08007. You may also visit us at www.njaggregation.us. You may also call CUC's call center at 1-877-292-3904 or call CUC's office at 1-855-200-2648. You may also call JCP&L at 1-800 662-3115 or try Eagle Energy at 1-877-933-2453. Remember, residents can opt out at any time for any reason with no penalty. To opt out of the program using our website, please visit www.njaggregation.us. You may click on Residential Opt Out on the left side of the screen and be prompted to enter in your utility company and customer number. After filling out the form, you will be opted out of the program. After the 30-day outreach and opt-out period, JCP&L will send residents a letter who have not opted out stating when Tri-Eagle Energy will begin to supply the electric generation portion of your bill. Here's a look at the JCP&L letter that will be sent to you if you have not been opted out. The supply for all residents will begin the first available meter read date after September 1st, 2014. Once the resident has been switched to Tri-Eagle Energy, the resident will still receive one bill from JCP&L. Here is a sample bill from JCP&L. Notice the only line item that will change will be the basic generation service line item. This will now say Tri-Eagle Energy. Here are some frequently asked questions. Who do I call if my energy goes out? You will still call JCP&L as they still remain responsible and always will be responsible for the distribution lines entering your home. Will I be penalized if I do not become part of this program? No. You may opt out at any time for any reason with no penalty. Will there be a different or two separate bills? No. You will still receive one bill from JCP&L. Does this hurt JCP&L? No. JCP&L is always your distribution company. They will always remain your distribution company and only bill you for the distribution and supply portion of your bill. They will submit the supply portion to Tri-Eagle rather than their default suppliers. Who do I call with billing questions? You may call JCP&L, Tri-Eagle Energy, or CUC. If I opt out, can I opt back in? Yes, you may opt out or in at any time for any reason. Is budget billing offered? Yes. If you are currently with JCP&L and enjoying a budget bill, you can continue budget billing through this program. What if I already have a third-party supplier? If you are currently on a third-party supplier, you must wait until the end of your contract, and then you may opt into the program. Why do I have to opt out versus opting in? The opt-out option is an aspect of the program written by the Board of Public Utilities, not by the Township of Howell or CUC. The law requires us to follow the statutory guidelines in order to establish and participate in this type of program. Thank you for watching, and to learn more, please visit us at www.njaggregation.us or call 1-855-200-2648. Thank you. Produced by NJR Productions.